Traveling has always been something I value deeply. A way to connect with the world and tick off dreams from my own bucket list. One of those dreams was to walk down the Great Wall of China and to see it stretch out across the mountains. This spring, that dream finally came true. When me and my girlfriend were browsing for tickets to Japan, we found out that flying through China made perfect sense. That's when it hit me. Why not take a few days off to explore a place I'd always longed to see? And so, our journey expanded to include Beijing and the Great Wall of China. Beijing is a city of contrast, a place where the past is never far away. As we wandered through the hutongs, I felt a deep connection to the history held within these walls. The architecture here is different from anything else. It's humble, timeless, but yet alive. Each building seems to tell a story of generations past. And then there's food. In Beijing, food is not just something you eat. It's an experience and a craft. On almost every corner, you find small restaurants and street vendors with steaming dumplings, hand-pulled noodles and skewers grilling over open flames. Each bite feels like tasting a piece of tradition. The flavors are intense and layered with spices and aromas that linger long after the meal. The street markets are an explosion of color and life. Vendors shout out their offerings, and the energy is contagious. It's in these markets that you feel the heartbeat of Beijing. Lively, friendly, and deeply rooted in tradition. In the mornings, we visited the parks, a sanctuary of calm in the heart of a bustling city. Here, locals gather to begin their day with routines that bring a sense of peace and connection. One of the most beautiful sights are the lakes, where small boats drift gently across the calm water. The reflections of trees and the morning light create a scene that feels almost timeless. Some people row quietly, lost in their own thoughts, while others sit back and letting the gentle motion of the boat bring them a moment of peace. There's a tranquility here that's rare in such a lively city. It's as if time slows down in these early hours, letting you feel the rhythm of life as it has been for centuries. The parks of Beijing aren't just places to pass through. They're places where history and daily life come together, offering a peaceful place to connect with oneself and with others. I think there is something mesmerizing about symmetry, about capturing a structure where every line and every detail mirrors itself in perfect balance. For me, symmetry is like finding a quiet order in the midst of a busy world. It draws you in, inviting you to explore the beauty of precise alignment and harmony. In Beijing, symmetry isn't just an aesthetic. It's deeply rooted in the architecture, especially in the temples and traditional buildings. Ancient architects believed that symmetry represented balance and stability, values woven into the heart of the Chinese culture. You can feel it when you look at these places, the way each pillar and each curve is designed to reflect a sense of calm and order. Then came the journey to the Great Wall. Leaving the city behind, we watched as the landscape transformed. High-rises gave way to rolling hills, and the air felt different. There's an anticipation that builds as you get closer, as if you're about to meet something monumental, something alive with stories of those who walked before. Standing there, surrounded by rugged mountains and feeling the wind, it's hard not to be overwhelmed. This structure stretches out like an endless dragon across the peaks, winding through forests and disappearing into the mist. It's a powerful feeling, knowing that for centuries this wall has watched over this land, withstanding time and nature. Walking along its uneven stones, you feel small, yet connected to something vast. As the sun began to set, the wall took on a golden hue, casting long shadows over the hills. In that moment, everything felt still. This was a place where history stood silent, yet spoke volumes to those willing to listen. Returning to Beijing felt like stepping into another world. The city, now lit by neon lights, felt alive in a different way. Crowds filled the streets and laughter could be heard through the air. It's a reminder of China's unique blend of old and new. A place where ancient traditions and cutting-edge technology coexist. Beijing has a rhythm that stays with you long after you've left. And for me, those photos are a way to hold on to that feeling. I hope you enjoyed tagging along, and I look forward to sharing more shoots in the future. Thank you for joining me on this inspiring journey to Beijing and the Great Wall of China. Capturing these moments and places allowed me to see China's rich culture and history with my own eyes. And I hope these images gave you a good look into the beauty and spirit of this vast country. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for more travel and photography adventures. And if you've been to China, let me know in the comments what memories you brought back with you. I'll see you in the next one.